Okay, so what we're going to make today is an Italian meatball dish with a spaghetti all'olio. So what we'll do is we'll take 3 slices of bread to cut as some nice little square cubes. So the milk and the bread go together. And all you're going to do is just lightly pour that over the top and then pop that to one side. I've got 500 grams of lean mince here. So the first thing I've got is your common garden white onion. I'm going to put some garlic in, some fresh basil. So I'll put that in, some coriander, some grated Parmesan cheese, cracked black pepper for this. So if you just pop a little bit of, not too much, and also some salt. So we're seasoning it up. I've just got 1 egg white here, and I'm going to pop that into the middle. And then the best thing to do with this dish is get your hands in there and just give it a good mix round. Now, once that's been mixed, we'll go back to the breadcrumbs. Drain them off, and into the mix with the bread, just mix it on in there. And once this is all mixed together, the best thing is probably to leave it in the fridge for about half an hour, and when it's cold you'll be able to roll it a little bit easier. We take the meatballs and we roll them in hand. So in we go with the meatballs. You've got to be relatively quick with them here, but don't splash yourself. And what I suggest is that we go into, we put 8 in and then we do another 8. And just move them around in the oil. We're not looking to cook them now, but what we are trying to do is just seal them off. Transfer the meatballs back to the tray or the dish. The next job is to take your tomatoes, a little bit of seasoning, and tomatoes can be slightly acidic, so just to help that along and to make a nice mellow flavour for the tomato sauce later, we just put a little pinch of sugar as well. And just a little tip with tomatoes as well, when you're using tomatoes, tin tomatoes for sauces and such, the Italians always tend to add a little bit of water. And what we're going to do is, my tip is always 1/3 of a tin of water to 1 tin of tomatoes. So, next job, don't throw it over the top, but spoon it over the meatballs, like so. In it goes, and then all we need to do with that now is just gently either tap the sides, give it a bit of a shake. So now it's ready to go in the oven. What you need to do now is set your oven at about 180 degrees C, 170 to 180 is good, and we're going to cook these nice and gently on a medium heat for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. The next job then, we're going to make this spaghetti into a nice traditional Italian all'olio. Pan's going to go on the top. A little bit of oil, put the fresh garlic in, a small pinch of chilli, not too much. If you like it hot, then a little bit more. And at this stage, a little bit more olive oil. And you can see that's a little bit thicker than the other oil, and that'll give it its body. And then the next job is to add the spaghetti. Now we don't want to fry the spaghetti or it's going to go tough. Bring the pan, tip the pasta in, like so. And there we have it. Back to the heat, just stir it round and shake the pan at the same time. Cracked black pepper works beautifully. We've got chilli in there, so don't go too mad with it. And make sure you put a bit of salt in there to flavour it up as well. What we're looking for is a coating of oil all over the spaghetti. The spaghetti's already hot from the water, and all we're doing is applying a little bit of extra heat with the oil, through the oil, and that's ready. The only one thing that I'm going to do now is add a little bit of basil to it. So, a little bit of basil that's left. Always add the leaf at the last minute. That gives you a nice perfume flavour, but it also keeps its colour. Take the spaghetti, lift this into the bowl, pour the meatballs onto the spaghetti. Okay, and then spoon some of the tomato sauce over the top. And all that's left to do then is just to finish it with a little bit of garnish. There you have it. Italian meatballs, spaghetti all'olio, buon appetito!